Okay, and since I copied it, it should already be at the same height. So using our let's move that back in so I can see. Maybe that's about as close as we're going to get. No, that's pretty awkward. How about that? There we go. Okay, so what do we think? Do we think that much is enough? I don't know. I think I want to I want it to be a little bit more than that. So let's take this guy and go six and 7/8. I'm not thinking crazy town. Just a little bit more. Okay, and then let's recenter that. Like that. All right, so what do we think about that? Oh, I think we got it. Yeah, I like that much gap. All right. So now we have good perspective. Do I want to try and push it a little bit further though? Oh, God, I really kind of do. Yeah, I think I kind of do. Okay, so I'm going to take it all the way to 7. And then center that. Like, that looks pretty good. Yeah. Yeah, no, I'm glad I did that. All right, so now we've got that. And so we know exactly what it's going to look like. We know the height we're working with because it's... Oh, here, actually, let's verify the height. So we know that we want that to be... Oh, is it not going to tell me how high it is? Nope, nope, I didn't want to move it. Okay. Okay, so it's right at 7 inches, so it's almost right where we want it to be height-wise, which is good, so that way we can just, I don't have to move it, I can just build in from there. Okay, so then we take this ring again, and bring in our wall thickness. And we'll match that up to here in a sec, but what we want to do now is do this one and bring its wall thickness in. Like that, I'm thinking. Oh wait, no, this is not the one that we wanted to... Hold on, I get to undo some stuff. Okay, this one is the one we want to bring in the wall thickness on. Like that. There we go. That's making a lot more sense to me. That way we're not messing with the one where the actual can is going to attach to. Now we can move this one in. Okay, and let's just make sure that, okay, so that's the one. So now we have, it'll be, I know there's a line there, but that should meld together, hopefully. Is that because it's sticking out a bit? Yeah, it's hard to say. Well, hopefully it doesn't cause us a problem. We'll see, we'll be able to see it in Kira if there's any problems there. So that is always good. So I think we've got that part set up. Now we just need to attach the cone and reinforce it so that it'll attach to that really, really nice. So let's go and move it up. Okay, and then now we can move it over. And we'll get that centered in there as best we can. And we'll know, okay, good, it does stick up through, because I will adjust that wall thickness in here, and if it doesn't meet up nice and even, and it doesn't look like it does, so, oh yeah, you can see how it's thicker. Okay, so let's go that way so my orientation is good. And oh, looks like I'm gonna have to go more specific than a 16th. Okay, let's go to a 32nd. That's not quite right either. Let's go all the way up. There. Okay, so that's what we're looking for. Now we can neck that wall thickness back so that it is not inside the cone, but it is not outside of the cylinder, just like that. So now we know that that should meld together just fine. And when this exports as an STL, this will become one solid object. And so this, even though they're different colors and stuff, and they were separate objects, it will all get melded together into one 3D object. All right, so now we can bring this down. And it doesn't matter if it's a little bit above flush, because that'll actually, I mean, you won't even hardly see that unless you were really, really looking for it. So there. So now that we've got that, and we know that this, I'm going to write this down, our wall thickness to make this work is 0.43. I know I said I was going to look it up and see if I could actually find a correlation, but I didn't do that. So, so when we don't have science, we have approximation. And if I can, there's my pen. Okay. And so that is the wall thickness. 0.43. Because I'm going to have to dial that back so I can actually see in here. I don't have to dial it that far back, but okay. And so my nifty trick for reinforcing our cone and cylinder for holding the K is via a half sphere. So we bring one of those in and then pull it up so we're in the right neighborhood. And then what I want to do is turn it upside down. Ooh, 180, there we go. So now that that's upside down, I can make it whatever. Let's go 2 by 2. And I'm figuring that should probably be all right. 2 inches by 2 inches. And then move it over and down, because we'll want it to be invisible from the outside. And we will want it to be centered. Oh, no, no, not that one. Well, if that's not centered, it's got to be close enough. And then, so what I need to do, I think, is figure out a way to, is there a, no, okay, so I'll have to, now I have to figure out a way to hollow this back out. I think the best way to do that is going to be with another cone. So let's turn it over. And bring it up into our play area here. Oh, look at that. Okay, that's too big though. So hole, and then so you can see, hopefully, now maybe can I change the color? Yes, okay, good. Let's turn that into a bright. So now we'll know when, because I don't want to mess with the cone that was pre-existing too much, so we'll know when we're close to right, because all that yellow will be gone in the inside there. So let's click on our cone again, and like that, and then see inside there. Okay. The cone might be pretty interesting looking, but it shouldn't disrupt too much of it, because I didn't widen out the point. I didn't turn it flat, so it should be on a pretty sharp wedge. And since we have removed, and actually here, let's, yeah, see, I don't know, it's looking, it looks pretty intentional to me. I think we might be all right. Of course, we won't know until we print it, but I don't think it'll be so disrupting that it will make it impossible to glue it in. So, so I think we've got a winner. So now